Obviously, we have seen so many people respond to the news we got the other day about the Acolyte being canceled. News that shouldn't really come as a surprise considering the poor audience reception, the miserable ratings, the lowest viewership in the history of Disney Star Wars shows. And it was by a very big margin. This show should not have gotten a second season, especially with a $180 million price tag. Nevertheless, people in the mainstream woke media that lied about this show and pushed this show and attacked fans for the past several months, they're doing everything they can to cope with this. The handful of fans who actually did like it, they're having a hard time. They're struggling with this right now. But something interesting was going around yesterday, and it was this report, which is all over. All merchandise for the Acolyte has been removed by the Disney store. And a lot of people are claiming that Disney took it down after the cancellation of the Acolyte. Now, I certainly wanted to, go check for myself. So I went over there to the Disney store. No result found for the Acolyte. You can't find anything. Nothing for sale from the Acolyte on the Disney store. Now, the Disney store is kind of weird. It doesn't have all of the things that you would typically associate with Star Wars toys, like the Black Series figures and the vintage collection. Like, usually that stuff isn't there. It's a little bit stranger variety of things, and not a lot of Star Wars shows actually have a ton of stuff in there to begin with. But I thought maybe it didn't have anything to begin with. Maybe there was just nothing there for the Acolyte to begin with, so there's nothing for them to pull. Well, then, thanks to an article from The Direct, I got a link to the Wayback Machine, the old Internet Archive, which actually showed, if I go down here, movie and show, Star Wars, at one point in time, there was 4 items, Jay. 4 items for sale in the Star Wars or in the Disney store for the Acolyte. This is back on July 5th.
And usually this is the same stuff they sell in the theme park. So it's like if you're at the theme park and you see a shirt you wanted and you didn't get a chance to pick it up, you can go to the Disney store and pick it up there. So I think they had this at the Galaxy's Edge. And I think in Disney Springs as well, some of the Acolyte merch.
And these are the 4 things you could get. Together We Fight shirt, Jedi Masters, you've got a May t-shirt, and you've got just a different Acolyte shirt. That's it. Those are not there anymore. There are some people that are claiming, well, they just sold out of them. I don't know about that. But this is now the story, that Disney Star Wars went so far to remove the merchandise from the Disney store. Like I said, there's like 1 thing up there from Book of Boba Fett, 3 things there from the Kenobi series, and it's not even actual Kenobi stuff. It's just lightsabers. So the Disney store is weird.
Yeah.
With everybody coming out and claiming they're trying to erase it. I don't know about that. Listen, you go to Hasbro. Hasbro still has all of the Acolyte stuff up for sale. That one's sold out specifically. That one's sold out. I don't even know why Plo Koon is in the Acolyte section, but the stuff that they've already made and put out, they still have it in stock. It's still available for you to buy. There's a bunch of stuff that is still on pre-orders. They're accepting pre-orders. Same thing goes for the official Star Wars shop on Amazon as well. I actually think that I don't think they're actually trying to erase the Acolyte from existence. I have no idea what happened with this, but there wasn't a lot up there to begin with. It is really funny, though, to see this just further the meltdown.
Yes.
Just pouring salt in the wound and rubbing it for these people out there that were so desperate for more Acolyte.
Yes.
Now you can't even go and buy the dumb fucking shirts on the Disney store.
I'm seeing everyone's like, it's going to get willowed. The Acolyte's going to get willowed. Don't let it get willowed. If you didn't know, Willow was on Disney Plus. It was so bad, or whatever reasons, they decided to erase it from existence as if it never existed.
The Disney store is not some all-encompassing, they have everything from Star Wars. They just don't. I do think maybe a little bit of this is people like freaking out about it. I don't think they're actually pulling the merch. They've spent all this money actually making the molds. They've got this contract with Hasbro, all this shit. Now, worst case scenario, though, the reason this is being talked about this way is because the show is so fucking bad that this might be a reality, right? The show is just that much of a disaster that you could see them wanting to just remove everything possible and move on from it. But at the end of the day, like I said, with all these other actual like Star Wars branded stores, I just don't think that that's.
Do you think it's going to get willowed? You think they could possibly get to that point where they're like, let me erase it?
I don't think so. Like, so the reason they did it for Willow was because they had to pull it down from Disney Plus if they wanted to use it as a tax write-off, right? if they wanted to be able to use this complete and total failure as a tax write-off, they could take it down from Disney Plus. I don't think they will, because the backlash that they would get for that would be significant. And from a small group of people, certainly. But the idea of what they branded themselves as our most diverse Star Wars yet. Lesbian Leslye Headland is our showrunner, and we're so proud. I just think that they're not willing to take that type of heat, if that makes sense.
I don't know, man. I don't think they care.